Hello again, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is John. I'm a full-time eBay reseller based in Melbourne, Australia. Today I'm going to talk about what it takes for buyers to leave you good feedback and why it is that today it's a lot harder to get it than say 10 years ago. Simply put, online purchases are so common, it's expected to go well, that for you to compel feedback, you almost have to do like extra. I think about a time when the internet first came about and trying to get our parents to use it, and they were like, nope, I refuse to put my credit card details online. But once they finally did, and they experienced this joy of receiving something without having to leave the house, they would leave feedback because it was encouraged. They'd get that email that says, if you enjoy your experience, if you love the experience, rate the seller, let them know how it went. And you felt like, hey, you know what? My opinion matters. I can shape this community. And you saw that your feedback was, say, 1 of 20. Now, your feedback just becomes 1 of 10,000. If you're on Amazon, you see some products have, thousands and thousands of feedback. It's like, what's the point of leaving feedback? It's generally positive anyways. You almost feel like only doing it if your opinion might change the general opinion. And that's often a bad feedback. So that's the first thing. We've moved on, right? Feedback is no longer this unique thing. Buying online is no longer this unique thing. And also, we don't get notifications on eBay when we get feedback. So when eBay sends a message to the buyer or a reminder saying, or even to us the sellers, hey, leave feedback, let the buyer know how they went, let the seller know how they went. Yeah, but if they don't get any notifications about it anyways, then what exactly am I doing? Letting them know. They could choose never to read your feedback, in which case then how do I even know that they've gotten feedback? And furthermore, eBay doesn't notify the buyer when we respond to feedback on the feedback page. So there is no conversation that's being encouraged. So in the sense, it's like, why start something that really has no closure, right? That's the other thing. So when thinking about how to get buyers to leave you feedback, I was thinking about what are the things that compels feedback. Generally speaking, exceeding expectations. So what's expected? When I buy something online, when buyers buy something from me, they expect the item to be shipped within a certain time frame. They expect the item to arrive as described. And they expect to deal with somebody nice. So if I do all those things, I don't expect feedback. If I get feedback, I don't associate it with those things because those things are part of the deal. You give me money, you get those 3 things back. Product as described, shipped within a certain time frame, and I'm nice to you. If you ask me more questions, if you have an issue with the product post-purchase, and then I provide value by answering your questions at length, I've mentioned long form many times on this channel because long form shows you've taken the time to listen to the question asked and you respond showing that, hey, I've thought about it and I've troubleshooted it for you. Here are 6 paragraphs explaining what I think your situation might be and how I can help. Not always need 6 paragraphs, but you get the point. You're conveying that you've spent more time. So they've paid money, they got the 3 things already, now they get more, they get time. Now they get effort, now they get my thoughts, now they get my personalized approach. All of those things compel positive feedback. And actually when buyers come to one of my stores, which is, as you know now, it's a very specialized store. I don't do generalist stores, I do collectibles and comics in one store. I will then sell toy cars in a separate store because I want my buyers to feel like they can bring other thoughts to me. Because I want to create that opportunity, you see. If it's just, a generalist thing, like they buy a backpack from me and then that's it, right? And then they never think of me again because when they came to the store, I had a whole bunch of other things that were of no interest to them. Versus, in a specialist store, they've made a mental note. He's got this car, this car, this car. He's got this set, this set, this set. I'll come back later for those things if he still has them. And then when they think about, hey, I kind of want this item. I wonder if that store has it. They will message me. I want those questions because those questions allow me to then say, hey, that doesn't actually exist, or that does exist, I've seen it previously, here's how much you can expect to pay. And all that, right, is what leads to feedback that isn't just the 5 stars and the positive, it's the positive plus 5 stars plus, I'm so glad I found this store, I come back here all the time, he knows what he's doing, he packs amazing. I think once someone said, packing was so good it could survive like a nuclear bomb. Things like that, you want those feedbacks, right? And to get that, you must provide extra. Now, you can also compel negative feedback pretty easily by not doing what you say. Very simply put, not doing what you say. So if the buyer expects those 3 things and you don't get it, you will immediately get negative feedback. Things like not shipping it on time, not answering, not being nice to buyers. And usually it's sellers being sassy about things where they assume that buyers should know something, when really, don't assume. Just assume they know nothing, and then be nice about bringing them along to reach the answer that they are looking for. And I think the other thing was the item that was described. And simply put, it's things like using stock images instead of the actual photo of the item. Things like not disclosing a fault because you don't think it matters. All of those things. If you do not, I guess, if you don't even meet expectations and you exceed it in a negative way, you're gonna get negative feedback. So just bearing in mind, adjust your expectations. If you do ship on time, item as described, and you're a nice person, that doesn't compel feedback. Anything less or more than that is where your feedback will come. So work on manufacturing things in your business that allow you to exceed that 3-thing baseline, and you'll see feedback coming quite naturally. Good long form feedback as well. So in terms of what I do, I don't put thank you notes in the parcels because I think of that as a waste of time, because I can do better things with my time. I know other sellers who do it and they see great results for it. I just want to do other things with my time, like talk to you guys instead of doing those notes. I also don't reach out to my buyers post-purchase because if I do a good job, I don't need to do that. And for the most part, I haven't had to. When they have a problem, they come to me and I prove to them that I'm nice to deal with, and if you have a genuine problem, I'll help you. So that extra step, I've carved that out of my business as well. And other businesses do it, but I don't see it as an efficient use of my time. So yeah, that's how you get buyers to leave feedback. Exceed those expectations. I think that's it. Love to hear your thoughts, how you get feedback, I guess. For me, it's just about doing a good job. So, a great job, sorry. Until the next one, I'll see you.